I'm going to have to mute this. Just give it a second. We are redirecting. Faraz, you can take the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Arrogance and Ales. I'm Faraz. That's JJ. There's Josh. And we once again are graced with a special guest. Special guest, please tell us who you are.
I am Cole Woodson with Heavy Seas Beer out of Baltimore, Maryland. Do I need to give more of an intro? Is that cool? Like,
no, that's good. We go in depth later once we get a little warmed up and lubricated. Yeah, just in case you're new to Arrogance and Ales, what our format is we talk beer reviews, beer news, and beer life with our guests. And with that, let's start with the beer reviews and what we're sipping on. And JJ, why don't you tell us what you are sipping on?
Yeah, I'm going big right out of the gate with the Heavy Seas 25th anniversary. 25 years in business, man. That's a tribute. And I got to tell you, the owner, Guy, it's Guy, right? Cole?
You.
Oh, you. I'm sorry. Why did I say Guy? You has to be one of the best freaking guys to have a conversation with. He has a lot of stories. He tells them well. He's fun to be around.
He has a great personality.
Yeah. But here's a 15.5% strong ale aged in bourbon barrels, then aged in rye barrels, I believe. Am I correct by saying that?
Yeah. Yep. It's a double barrel. Double barrel, yeah. Yeah.
It's just under 2,000 check-ins. Josh, that's a lot in my face. And 15.5% ABV and 4.13 on Untapped.
Oh, there we go.
Good. I wish I could take credit for it.
Wow, big. I get a lot of stone fruit. I get the bourbon. This is going to be pruny, raisiny with the bourbon. It's a perfect match. I love the sweetness of a strong ale or any of those barley wines and bourbon. It's great. Wow. The bourbon, I think, is mellowed a little bit. You still get it, but there's a lot of stone fruit, a lot of stone fruit. It's good. It's fantastic. And you don't taste the 15.5%, which I could session these motherfuckers.
Yeah. It's scary how easy that beer is to drink. I'm not going to follow your lead because I was going to start with that, but then I might get a little too loose, a little too quick. So I'll let you take the wheel with this.
There we go. Cheers.
See how many you can finish in this podcast.
My job. Get off my corner, Josh. You know what? Since you're on my corner, what are you sipping on, sir? Crispy Boy Sadness, or are you going to give to me this week?
I mean, I was going to, but I figured I'd fucking switch it up a little bit with that Hedgenator 10.7.
Mm-hmm.
I actually forgot you gave these to me, and I just found them. Let's fucking see how it goes. Like see-through, but thick ass head. Smells great.
A 9% Doppelbock. Our Hedgenator is our version of a traditional Doppelbock, sweet and malty with a hint of dark fruit. Brush off those last winter chills and let this beer warm your way into spring. 40 check-ins, 3.94, which is actually pretty damn high for a Doppelbock.
3.94 is great for a Doppelbock.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you guys have tried this. It's like smooth as fuck. I can't believe that's 9%. Super light. I feel like a lot of these Doppelbocks, people forgot how to actually like brew them, and they're like just so fucking heavy anymore. This is like got all those bready notes and just really nice, light, easy drink. And I can't believe that's 9%. It's insane.
That's awesome. So we just had two beers in a row that were basically fours on Untapped that are not IPAs or sours or fruited sours. That's pretty impressive.
What was it? That's a strong ale, technically. I feel like anything that's bourbon barrel aged, fucking people get hype about too, though.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. You're right.
I think we called it an old English ale at one point. We had so many different names for it. I was just trying to like find a hole for that beer. But
basically, they threw a ton of fucking malt in there.
It's so good.
And just cranked the sugar up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Cole, what are you sipping on?
I have our red flag. It is actually our first sour that we did. And this is last year's version. So this is the second year that we brewed this beer. It's in the vein of a Flemish red. And then it's barrel aged in red wine barrels and bourbon barrels, and then blended. In 2019, we blended it with kind of like a Belgian double style, but last year it's all barrel. And it came out really nice. I don't know if you can really see the color there.
Oh yeah.
But, there's not a lot of head there, which I'm cool with because it says the style. You definitely get like those cherry notes on the nose. You know exactly what you're in for, pretty much.
Just under 3,000 check-ins, 8% ABV, 362.
Oh, sorry to bring the average down for the evening already.
It's
By the
a
way.
Flanders,
That makes
man.
sense.
It's a
Yeah.
Flanders,
Yeah,
man.
it
It's
is not a
gonna get-
sexy sour.
Yeah.
There is not fruit added to it. There's not,
Yeah.
you know, all the cool kids stuff is not added to this, but I love this beer. I've probably drank a case or two over the last year on my own. Samples, you know how that works,
Oh,
right?
of course. I am now going to drink a Mosaic Man. I picked this beer up because I am a label whore. I have no idea what it's going to be like or anything. Let's find out.
Did you grab that shit when we were in Jersey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glass Town.
See that a lot in Jersey, the Glasstown guys.
Are they
Single
from
hop.
Jersey?
Yeah. Single hopped IPA with all Mosaic hops in the kettle and dry hop. Just over 3,600 check-ins, 3.8.
Yo, Cole, I'm feeling the little bit of heat in my chest now. Kind of nice.
Good, I'm glad it's catching up to you, buddy.
Yeah, kind of nice.
I got one coming. And then I also got Josh's 9% sour over here that's gonna fucking rip my
Fucking
inside.
orange juice. Dude,
Oh,
that's
better
just
be some other guy.
hopped orange juice.
Your lips to God's ears, my friend. Yeah, this is nice. They don't call it in New England because it's got a shit ton of bite, but still no malt. I like it. It's surprisingly dry, but I don't mind that. It's a 6.5%. Yeah, so this is more of a sessional beer. Nothing that jumps out at me at like, oh man, I have to have this. But if this is what would be on like a basic place, like a Red Robin or a chain store or something, and I saw that there as like the one, oh, here's our local. Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, that, yes, thank you. That'll fit well.
That is a glowing review for us.
Come on, it's
I
a
feel
good
like
beer.
I can
It's
smell
really good
that
for a
just
Red
like
Robin
meh.
beer.
I can smell the astringency and just like meh-ness from here.
Yeah.
Dude.
Cannot.
It's got a little bit of a cardboard finish. Yeah, dude.
There's no cardboard finish. There's no cardboard.
It's all right.
Maybe
We've all had
slightly
that beer.
astringent.
You don't got to sugarcoat it, bud.
No. I don't know. What you're talking about. These are slanders. Slanderous statements. All right.
You can always tell with Faraz's reviews. If it's blown away, he shows it. If it's shit, it's kind of, yeah. It's okay.
I get it. Gun to my head, I could drink this.
It's been a while
Shout out
since
to
I've seen you, Fraz.
Glasstown.
I'm glad nothing much has changed.
Not much. Go ahead. Yeah. There
We
was a
spent many
reason.
hours just shit talking in the store years ago, and yeah, we won't start shit talking here because you know.
Oh, we will. Don't worry. It happens.
But,
It happens.
it happens.
Yeah.
It's
It was always the reason that I always loved when wholesaler didn't maybe think the brand was as hyperly awesome as the brand thought it was. The first person of the day, it was always like, come see Fraz. Oh, why? Well, you know, he controls 4 different bars and he has a bottle shop and everything. And they were like, no, I just needed you to take this dude down a peg for the rest of the ride. I was like, oh, okay, I'm sorry about that. oh, you've never had a beer like this. You're right. Because I drink good beer. But going on next.
Hence the name Arrogance and Ales.
There it is.
So, on to what's in the news. And what's in this week's news is small brewers doing their part to drive vax awareness with free beer promotions. The magic words of free beer has now gotten hundreds of people in Buffalo to go get vaccinated. When, let's see, which brewery is this? Erie County. What? Oh, it was just any one of the local beers in Buffalo, New York, agreed to give you a free pint if you showed your vaccination card from that moment. They posted this. Within 4 hours, 100 people had already gotten vaccinated and gotten their free pints. Buffalo, cheers to you people drinking in the morning. Thank you. And that, you know what? Great. If that's what's going to get people to get vaccinated, hey, man, whatever your politics are, I don't care. I just want everybody vaccinated so I can go drink in bars and not have to have masks.
Yeah,
that's all I want.
That turns me off as much as Robert De Niro and Lady Gaga putting those fucking circles on your windows.
Out here with this stuff.
That's surprising that's the one that's in the news because Jersey was the first one to do that.
Yeah,
like Bolero Snort like spearheaded that shit.
Yeah, it was like every brewery in Jersey basically jumped on board with that shit.
It was awesome, which they did like a shot in a beer type situation.
Yeah. Yep, I was right about to go into it. So New Jersey is calling it the working while drinking. And it's a shot in a beer. It initially started with 12 breweries and is now over 50, as you guys stated. And it has actually done hundreds of people. There are from Virginia to Washington State. There are multiple breweries doing this, and it's very interesting. I think it's, whatever. Hey, you want to give away your beer and you want to have people be like, yeah, this is a good idea. Great. I like it. I would like to drink. Thank you.
What's the population of Buffalo if they only got like 100 people?
They had 100 people in 4 hours.
Oh, right. Okay. You did say that.
Well, the population of Buffalo has got to be similar to Baltimore, I would think. It's got to be like around 500,000 or 700,000, I would think.
Yeah. I don't know. Just trying to think like what the percentage is and like if they can actually call it like this was a success.
First of all, if free beer isn't if free beer is enticing you to get a fucking vaccine, there's something wrong. I mean,
oh yeah,
yeah. I mean, let's face it.
Yeah, I got the vaccine
times are tough,
for the same reason Fraz did. I just want to sit at a bar with people. I just want to sit next to a stranger and have a beer and not have to worry if I'm going to kill them or they're going to kill me.
Exactly. I just want a beer.
I worry about that. Like anyway, everybody should worry about that. Pre-COVID, post-COVID.
Yeah,
everybody should worry about that every fucking minute.
Are we getting roofied tonight? Let's do this, guys.
Exactly.
I had a dude come in the store today. He's like, "Yeah, I live right above the strip joint." He says, "I need a job." I'm like, "I thought I was gonna get killed. I got to worry about that every fucking day."
Can you imagine what that fucking apartment looks like, dude? And it smells like? Can you imagine what it smells like, Mark?
Yeah, right.
For those who are uninitiated, the strip joint he is talking about is not one of what we'd like to call the area's high-class establishments. There are names for them.
Not one of the finer places. The nickname of the place is the Shitty Titty.
I thought I was the only person that had a shitty titty in their neighborhood. Do we all have shitty titties? I guess we do.
Oh yeah. Oh, everybody. We got at least.
I was gonna say
probably
like
still is.
Yeah, the neighborhood I grew up in had a shitty titty. The neighborhood I live in, well, there's not one in the neighborhood, but like, there's a shitty titty in the area. Kind of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's at least 3. There's at least 3, I think, still going in our area.
Yeah.
Good.
I do remember at one of them, they had an excellent chef, and we would go there for the prime rib sandwiches on Thursday.
Excellent chef?
He was a really good chef. He was a really good chef, man. And
it's like you read the articles in the Playboy just for the articles, right?
No. Here's because don't forget, this is like 11 or 12 in a very small town in the valley, not even one of the big ones. And we would leave $10 on the bar and tell them to go away.
Yeah.
Do not come over to us. We just want to eat this sandwich and go home. Like, that's all we want. I don't need the bullet wounds.
Did you say roast beef sandwich? That's 100% the last thing I would want to eat at a
Yeah,
Prime
roast beef
strip club,
sandwich
dude.
is not. Yeah, no.
Prime.
I was like, there is
completely different
nothing
thing.
that sounds any like less appetizing to
You
me.
bite into it, it squirts all over you.
Yeah, I was just gonna say with a good smear, of you gotta hit that sauerkraut in there. Yeah. Good. No.
Is that
you
horseradish
children.
or what is that?
Oh, what was
Is this
that?
place still open? What's their COVID protocols?
Yeah, do they have reservations? Do they take reservations?
Asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend. They only let 2 people in at a time now.
Oh shit.
That's down from their regular 4. I think it is time for me to go to my next beer. And Josh, which one of this is you? Is this yours or is this theirs? Double
theirs.
Walkabout. Theirs.
Double
Right.
Pog, I think it comes out. It's got some wild ass name.
This is the Fat Orange Cat Abomination Brewing Company.
Don't
They
say
get the name right. Double Pog Walkabout Fog. Fok and Abomination got together again, and it came up with this big series mashup. A sour double IPA with passion fruit, orange, and guava. It's got just over 750 check-ins and a 399.
A 399, it went up. Nice. It's all right. The orange is like very fucking dominant,
Was it?
in my
Something to
opinion.
get. I'm not going to get any passion fruit or guava.
You just kind of get lost.
Oh, there's no
You haven't
orange.
tried that yet? The color is fucking dope on that.
Dog, this is a straight up sweet tart. This is excellent. What? Yeah, I'll drink. Shit, what are you talking about? This is straight up orange juice.
All right. Well, I haven't had it. I had it fresh, so maybe I should go back into it. I had it like it was green as fuck, so like the hoppiness was weird with the orange juice flavor.
Yeah, no. This is straight up sweet tart. This is that blue ass fucking any of these hype breweries that what is it 405 North or whatever that sends you those like sorry.
Yeah, and there's
They
no
said-
fucking lactose or anything in that
Yeah.
either.
They send you lactose and 2% beer, and then it's like, here you go. This is 9%. It kicks it in the ass. Yeah, man. I'll drink this orange juice all day long. This is nice. It's like a little mimosa. I like that. That's nice.
All right, I gotta give it. a try.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. It had
Chomp.
settled in the can, and the bottom is a very different color than the top one.
Now you got to give it the swirl. Got to give it the swirl.
Yeah. Listen,
Did you see the shit we're putting out this week?
what
The
is it?
Skygazer beers.
Oh yeah, yes. I'm going to have some of those. Yes, those are the words that I'd like to hear.
People are like, "What the fuck? You putting yogurt in this shit?" Like, yeah, let's go.
Okay, so now it is completely and utterly different.
Yeah, the color's sweet.
Mhm.
Roll the can, dude.
You should have rolled it beforehand.
Grow up.
Jesus
Do
Christ.
you even drink craft beer? What the fuck, dude? Toss that shit down the stairs, go get it, and it's ready to go.
All
That's
right.
what I'm gonna start putting on the side of the cans. Just fucking chuck this, go pick it up, like wait 10 minutes and drink it. What about
So
now?
I will say, with the puree now in it, it's a much more orange dominant, like you said. It's more of like just a
That's
straight up
probably
orange.
That's probably hop sludge.
Mm,
That-
great.
There's
a
honestly,
little bit of mother in there.
Yeah, you know.
It's a lot of hop sludge, Josh. What are you talking about?
Yeah, dude. Perfect.
All right, I'm moving on.
Oh my god, that beer's like disgusting.
You brewed it.
I know. It looks like it's like glowing in your fucking glass, though. Awesome. All right.
All right, I got Axe and Arrow.
Okay.
Mo Fluff.
Mo Fluff.
It is a peanut butter fluff sour.
I'm sorry.
Oh, nice.
We have just gone off the rails, people. And
Damn.
I don't know.
When did that come out?
We just got it today.
Ah, fuckers.
Where are they out of?
Axe and Arrow is. Where are they out of? Glassboro, New Jersey.
Okay.
Oh shit, dude. We were just over there. We should swung by. For us.
Yeah.
We're fucking
Most-
planning on doing peanut butter and jelly and fluff sour.
Oh.
Looks like these motherfuckers beat us to it. I was hoping it was gonna be like, oh, this is just peanut butter. That's super
Dude,
weird.
big peanut butter smell. Huge peanut butter smell.
Our sour Berliner base conditioned with peanut butter and toasted marshmallows, 81 check-ins, 6% ABV, 404.
I got to tell you, man, it's odd, man. The smell, you think it's going to be sweet. It's got a nice tartness to it. Finishes with the peanut butter. It's really freaking good, man. It's nice. Fluff is subtle. I mean, marshmallow is hard to. In a beer like this, I can't imagine marshmallow is easy to bring out. But I think it's good.
All right. Josh, Cole, do we got another beer?
Cole, you can go first if you got something.
Yeah, I'll go first.
I'm just gonna divulge into Crispy Boys, and everyone's gonna get mad at me. So
Nice. I'm jealous. So Heavy Seas finally released a hazy beer into the year-round portfolio. Look at us go, guys. But it's actually really good. I don't like hazy beers. Generally, they're not my wheelhouse. Like anything with lactose and shit like that, I'm out. But
What's it called?
Hazy Cannon. Imagine that, right? Like we got very creative with the name. Loose cannon, double cannon, Tropicannon, hazy cannon. But
does it have lactose?
it does. There's a little bit of lactose in there. It has the color. It's all Citra and Mosaic. And I'm usually very I don't like Mosaic. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Well, yeah.
Dude, you're an anomaly.
I am. Like I get so many shitty looks when I say that. Like there's a brewer in Philly and their house beer is a Mosaic Pale Ale, and he was
call him out.
He's a good dude, and like I love their beers. I love their beers.
You thought about it.
I almost did. It was on the tip of my fucking tongue. He got so upset when I was like, I don't like Mosaic, dude. He's like, you gotta try ours. I tried. I was like, I don't like Mosaic beers, dude. I'm so sorry. It's not working. But the Mosaic doesn't come through. Like it's not straight Mosaic. Like, so that's why like I like this beer.
Did you say Citra and Mosaic?
Citra and Mosaic. So the Citra does most of. I feel like the Citra does most of the work here, but the Mosaic's definitely there, and people can notice it. I know it's there, but with a blend, I don't mind it. When Mosaic's like the forefront hop, it's not for me.
I love the Cannon series. I mean, it's honestly Loose Cannon years ago when it first came out. How many years ago did Loose Cannon come out?
Oh shit. 15, 17. It was one of the first like
West
American
Coast
IPAs.
It was one of the first ones. And when that came out, it was groundbreaking at the time. I felt like it was.
Obviously this is well before I worked for Heavy Seas, but like that was one of my favorite beers. Like that was one of the first IPAs. I was just like, holy shit, this is an IPA. I dig this beer. Like
I was getting into craft beer. That was like the beer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And then it's really cool, like just kind of seeing the innovation still happening from a brewery like of our age that has just been kind of around and dealing with it, the punches left and right. I mean, regional breweries are really taking it hard right now. But we're still putting out like some real quality liquid and the beer's awesome. I don't know.
I agree.
Really digging it.
I had a night in my bowling league. Some reason our bowling alley had it on draft and they didn't know what to do with it. So they were like, okay, we don't know what to do with this beer. So we're going to do $5 pints since no one's buying it. And my friends and I were all like,
But dude, dive bars used to do that shit all the time. It would be the only
Except-
IPA that was on tap there, and they'd be like $4 pints. Like, okay, that shit's like what 8%? Like, all right,
let's bring that shit all done. Yeah. It ended up. My buddy had a brand new car that his cousin ended up puking in, as in brand new, as in a day old.
It's gonna be like he launched it into a lake or something.
No, well, dude, for my buddy, it might as well have been. He was kicked off of our bowling team and had to pay hundreds
Paid the
of dollars.
ultimate price.
He did. He paid the ultimate price.
He had to drop trowel in front of everybody at
Wow.
the bowling league.
That's a aggressive. Your
What
bowling
kind of
leagues
car
and my
was it? Was
bowling
it a
league.
fucking Hyundai? Like, come on.
It was a Pontiac GTO.
Yo, what was your average in your bowling league?
135. I suck.
135.
I'm the worst player on our team. I am the person who brings the average of the other good players down. That's why I was on the team. It's also a drinking league.
All right.
It wasn't
And-
an actual
all right.
give a shit.
And 6 or 7 pound ball. What are you rolling with?
13. I have a straight ball and a spin ball. Whatever. All right.
All right.
What crispy
Anyway,
boy are you drinking?
Drinking this hype boy shit over here. Hell's Lager. It's pretty
Oh,
sweet label though from Kent Falls. This actually, it's got like almost 4-star on Untappd, I think, for a lager. It also just came out. It's nice.
I was gonna say also, Cole, that I think Josh may have done your Untappd description, because your Untappd description for that beer for your hazy cannon was hazy IPA.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it.
It's your so our description. I think it's something like jam packed with citra hops for a fruity aroma. And it has.
Hazy IPA. That's all it says.
No, it's
It just says hazy IPA.
There's so many of them. How can you really differentiate them at this point?
You just got to
All
be
right.
in the game. You know what I mean? You just got to be in the game.
That's it. It's extra
Put me in,
sweet,
coach.
guys.
Put me in, coach. All right. Hellas Lager from Kent Falls, 182 check-ins, 5.1 ABV. A single decoction Hellas Lager brewed from Northeast grown Endeavor barley malts. It is just under 4 at 397, which is fucking
Hell's
phenomenal
Lager?
for Hell's Lager.
It is like the cleanest fucking beer. My main complaint is they have these like cardboard 4-packs, which are like good for the environment, and they just cut your fucking fingers up. Like, come on, I get it. Doing our part, but guys.
Oh man.
All right. The next news topic is an interesting one, which luckily none of my bosses watch. Franchise proposal returns in PA, 5-year contract, 10% cutoffs. What does that mean? A current proposal in the PA House introduces a mandatory 5-year renegotiation of all wholesale agreements and adds specific language around what constitutes good cause for termination of a contract. And while other state franchise reforms flatly exempt small brewers from franchise law due to protections based on size or percentage of distribution percent they represent, this bill goes around that in that exemption in a slightly different way. If passed, a brewer of any size can pay a distributor fair market to get out of a contract and appoint a new wholesaler partner with 60 days notice with good cause, but only if that movement wouldn't cause irrevocable loss to the distributor, which is actually a wholesaler, defined by the proposal as a loss of 10% of the business. What?
Hold on. Do you have? Is this a House bill or a Senate bill? Do you know the number?
I'm looking.
Because this is pretty interesting. I have to look this up.
Crazy.
The PA bill is presented as a compromise between brewers and wholesalers.
There's no compromise. There's no fucking compromise. There's no compromise.
Chance.
That's a pretty big compromise. What are you talking about?
There's no fucking compromise there. There's no way. Wholesalers have the balls here. They have breweries by the balls and they're squeezing. Fuck, no way.
That's the problem.
No.
Right. But there's no way there's a compromise.
That's crazy.
But the compromise, wait. God, I have to be the defender of corporate business right now. How you go?
You know.
Oh, all right, let me get my arrogance out. All right, I went to Temple. I didn't go to Wharton. But the compromise is because, dude, then what they would do is all these big brands would just 5-year hop to whoever's going to give them the best and most lucrative deal. So I like the fact.
Why is that a compromise for a wholesaler?
Well, hold on.
If you're one of the big three, why is that a compromise?
But wait, there are wholesalers in our area that if they lost their number one brand, they would shutter their doors.
It's happened.
So what?
It already happened. Like,
yeah, and they go to lawsuits for how many years? Reyes and Constellation and all of these places are just going to war with brands, and because you can't just move. Let's take my largest brand, X, whatever. Let's just say Pabst, and go. Okay, well, you sold Pabst, and it's 60% of your business, but you know what? I can get a better deal from this guy, so I'm gonna go to this guy, and then
But time out. You can't move unless it's less than 10%. So what?
Yeah.
So there's no compromise.
Wait. In Massachusetts, Kentucky, and Tennessee, that provision isn't there.
Okay, but in PA they're putting it there. So that means they're protecting the big houses.
You are protecting a business.
yeah,
You're protecting the big houses.
it's keeping a Coors House and a Bud House a Bud House.
Yeah.
That's what that's doing. It's
You know what these motherfuckers have to do? I'm going to be honest with you. Cole, you don't have to speak.
Let's go.
You don't have to speak.
Shit's about to get real.
All you have to do
listen here,
is make
motherfuckers.
these motherfuckers act like they have competition. Just like we have competition. Make these wholesalers act like they have competition. Because now they have none. They have zero. If I wanted to buy Coors Light from anybody else, I can't do it. If I wanted to buy Miller Lite from somebody else, I can't do it. If I wanted to buy Budweiser from somebody else, I can't do it. There is one wholesaler in our network that acts like they have no competition. The other two of the big three act like they have competition. When you start acting like you have competition, you're a real business. So let's get real.
What I think this bill is aimed to do is to take brands that have maybe fallen off of a portfolio that don't get enough love and say, hey, you're one of the big guys. You don't have time for us anymore. Let's go to someone who's a little more adroit, a little more craft-centric, a little more what we were looking for. And that would work better for us.
Those brands ain't getting love anywhere. They need to get love at a small wholesaler that appreciates them, right?
Yeah.
Dude,
that's
where they
need
the
to go.
entire climate, the entire market changes in 5 years. So it doesn't even fucking matter.
Right. But for now, these big motherfuckers need to freaking get an eye opening because they have it locked up.
This coming from one of the largest retailers in Southeast.
Time out. Do we have competition?
Yes.
Absolutely, we have competition. Do the wholesalers have competition?
No. By your definition.
Zero.
By your definition.
What do you mean my definition?
So
because
I'm going to play a little bit of devil's advocate here. They have competition to an extent. In your scenario, they don't, because you need Bud, Miller, Coors, Corona, Heineken, Yuengling. You need that shit, and you have to go to those guys for it, and that's it. You can only go to one of those three to get any of those brands.
Right.
When it comes to like the on-premise world, that's where the competition is for these wholesalers, and that's where they act like they have the competition also.
Yeah, but that's a smaller market.
Absolutely, 100%. But they act like they do have the competition in that part. Like, Fraz, you do both on and off premise, right?
I do.
So, I'm not going to name brands, but like, if you're a brand A, your big guy, your lead horse or whatever, JJ's going to buy your lead horse because he wants that shit on the shelf all the time.
Yep.
But the bar may not.
Exactly.
So you're going into that bar trying to sell brand A.
Yep.
And so is 7 other wholesalers trying to sell their lead horse. So that's where the competition comes in, I think, as far as the wholesale game is. Like, there's competition out there, but it's tough, man, because, you go to these corner bars and they're carrying, most of them, Bud Miller and Coors on tap.
I'm going to tell you right now, Penn Beer Sales and Service in our area has customer service. They give a flying fuck about us.
Yeah.
Banco Beverage, customer service. They actually answer the phone when you call. They give a fuck about us. Auriglio, I am better off calling the Secret Service and getting a hold of somebody.
Shout out to Auriglio.
Yoo, yeah. They are the pompous motherfuckers in the business. Sorry, dude.
Number one seller of Abomination in Pennsylvania.
It's not Auriglio. It's not Auriglio.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Boy, Fraz, way to pick the news.
Hey, listen, relationships can always be repaired, right?
Yeah, wasn't Auriglio something else before that? Weren't they somebody else?
It was All-Star in our area. It was Geiger originally, and then All-Star, and now the All-Star guys have choked down the Auriglio Kool-Aid.
Nice. That's some weird ass Kool-Aid, bro. I don't know. I
don't know what Kool-Aid JJ drank, but that's a whole different subject,
dude.
Guys are different, man. Big fucking city.
Where are they based out of? Is that a Philly dude?
Yeah.
That's just it. So like, now that Auriglio has moved into those surrounding counties outside of the Philly 5, they're still operating like they're a city wholesaler, but they're not. They're not a city wholesaler in Berks, Northampton, Lehigh, Lancaster. Like, those counties aren't city counties. They operate differently. But Auriglio is still treating it as if they don't. And they're trying to change the culture, and the culture's not going to change with it. I'll give you an example.
So there's a small D. There's a small D in Center City, Philly. Small D in Center City, Philly. They get an allocation of Waldo of like 20 cases. Lagunitas Waldo. This is like 4 years ago. They get an allocation of Waldo. It's like 20 or 30 cases. I get 5. I get 5, and that's all I can get. So I see the pictures. I show the rep the pictures. He says, "Look," he says, they sell a lot more than you. I said, "Really?" I said, "Pull the numbers up." He pulls the numbers up and he goes, "Oh, doesn't know what to say." I said, what are you getting at here?" They sold 20% of what we sold, but because they're in the Philly market, they get the love.
Did you guys fight? Did you guys fist fight after that?
We tried, but it's like hitting your head against the wall.
You were drinking some Kool-Aid, right?
Yeah.
All right. So
I love that Kool-Aid, man. I love that Kool-Aid.
Why you're so popular, JJ.
Yeah, I know.
I'm moving on to the Spellbound out of New Jerusalem Hazy Peach IPA.
Wow, that's hazy.
Yeah, really.
This ale is light in color and body, but heavy in character. They infuse a hoppy India Pale Ale. They literally wrote "they" about their own description.
What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know. Hoppy Pale Ale with peaches to create a citrusy delight. Peaches.
Wait, what the fuck, dude? Are these people drunk?
Using their base IPA, they dry hop it to give it a bright hop aroma, which complements perfectly with the peaches without being sweet or bitter. 41 check-ins, 6.5 ABV, 3.85.
Yeah, that makes sense.
No.
Yo,
Dude,
Fraz goes right for the
peach
no.
Citrusy, bro?
No.
How citrusy is that peach?
It's
Yo.
just not my favorite.
Oh,
No.
Jesus Christ.
It's just not my favorite. No. Anybody else want to save me? From
Yeah, I'm going
another-
for a
All right.
Burley Oak
Ooh.
Dream.
Oh, which one?
shit.
Which one?
This is
Carrot
the
cake?
pineapple
Okay.
coconut cheesecake.
Oh, I wanted the carrot cake so bad. I want to try it.
I haven't had a dream in a while, so
All right, hold on.
I'm going down there next week. If you guys want anything.
Yeah, definitely. Go text me. What are you gonna go see? Are you gonna go see Brian
No.
for a reason? Or
muddy, and when you poured it, it was marbly. You know what I mean? It was marbly when it came out. It was cool.
oh, God dang it!
That head looks
because
disgusting.
Yo,
Dream-
the head on that. I wish I could like.
It looks disgusting.
Shush.
I smell pineapple. Coconut's hard to smell on it.
Doesn't coconut just smell like sunscreen?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
I get the pineapple. I kind of get a cinnamon. Is there cinnamon in this?
Fruited sour with pineapples, coconut, cheesecake, cinnamon, brown sugar, and lactose.
Yeah, that makes sense.
542 check-ins, just under 5% at 4.8, but a 4.3.
Now time out. I want to say something. I've never had a beer. I've had beers that were buttery in taste, which is bullshit, right? It's infection. It's bullshit. I've never had a beer that gave me a buttery film on my lips. This
That
beer,
sounds awful.
no, it's cheesecake, dude. It's good. It's good. That's why there's no head retention, because I guarantee you there's oil in this. There's some sort of oil in this.
They
I don't
probably
know
use
what
the fucking dehydrated cheesecake powder that everybody's using, and it
They
makes
have
the
to
head
be.
super fucking weird.
There's no head on it. It's like a slick. It's
Did you try that cheesecake stout that we put out?
no. We don't get that shit from 31st. You kidding me?
Bro. Damn. Thanks a lot. See, oh, you guys want to talk about fucking
allocation this shit?
distributors? You want to talk about deals and shit? Let's talk about my fucking PA fucking distributor here. Damn, dude. Can't even get my boy cheesecake beer. What the fuck, dude? Wow.
Oh,
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for us.
Y'all never, well, hold on a minute. Yeah, so y'all never heard the joke. Man goes into a church, gets on his hands and knees and says, Lord, please, I need to win the lottery. My son is sick. He needs help. I've never asked you for anything. I just need to win the lottery. He comes back the next week. He says, Lord, I don't know why you're doing this to me. Now my wife's sick. I need help. Please, just let me win the lottery. Comes back a third week and he's like, I have come to church every week of my life. I don't know why. I don't know how much more I can take. But now my dog's sick. Please, Lord, let me win the lottery. And God tapped him on the shoulder and said, you have to play.
Damn, dude.
Oh,
Wednesday
really?
Wisdom with Faraz.
Mhm. That's right. That's right. It's deep. Just think about it. It's deep.
Yeah.
All right, enough of you.
I thought God was gonna give him like a fucking hazy lactose IPA.
Did you shut the fuck up with this? All right.
oh fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100%. I agree with you,
Them.
man.
I'm opening a beer, whether you're
I'm gonna drink a real beer.
Oh. I'm sorry, Harvester V4. Is that what that one is?
Yeah, it doesn't have like a cheesecakey film.
There's no oil in your mouth.
It doesn't taste like butter.
Josh, that's the soursop one?
No, mangosteen, dragon fruit, peach.
Oh, that's it.
So like, it doesn't bring me back to like going to like the Amish market and just like some fresh butter, freshly churned up butter. But
put it on your lips.
Yeah, right from the churn. I don't know if that's what they call it, but that's what they should. Hell yeah.
I was turning butter.
Yeah, that's what you were doing. Yeah,
Sure.
I'd be impressed if you were jerking off.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, either that or you got a side job as a zoologist over here.
Go me.
Yeah, jeez.
People are mad this beer is not as like thick and as cheesecakey as all the others. So.
Yo, look at the film. Look at the film on this glass.
It looks disgusting.
Look at that film. That is
like
oil.
Have you ever seen American Pie, the first one?
Oh yeah.
Yo, when Stifler drinks that jizz beer, dude, that's what that looks like.
Oh, go to hell.
And now you guys are hyping, giving it 4.5s on Untappd.
Yeah, right.
Dude, American Pie did this 20 years ago, guys. We were here already.
Yo, the sad part is it is getting 4.5s. That's the sad part.
Yeah, I know.
But once again, it is one of Josh's most epic Untapped description. There is none. It has 411 check-ins, 7.1 ABV, and 4.12 though, playa.
Bullshit rating, dude. Fucking garbage ass rating.
So to save myself from any more articles that, even though there's one I really want to get to, and I probably should have gone to that one first. Special guest Cole, please tell us, how in God's name did you get us into this industry and why you desperately want to leave now after this podcast?
Oh, it's not this podcast that makes me want to leave. Just don't tell my boss I said that. Don't tell my wife I said that. Just kidding, guys. So how did I get into this industry? I was 20 years old. I had a kid and I needed a real job. And a buddy of mine was working at a wholesaler in Philadelphia, and he's like, I'll get you a job. I clean dirty beer cans and I put them in a box. That's all I do, and they pay me really well to do it. So I went, filled out an application, and they put me on overnights as a manager at 21. I'm like supervising these like really disgruntled 40-year-old men working overnights. And
Sounds like a really rough situation.
It really was. They actually like had rules like written out on whiteboards, like how long this guy's gonna last. They were betting on how long I was going to be there because I guess they thought I was softer than I am. I'm really soft though, guys.
That's awesome.
Please. So that was, and then I ended up being there 8 years, and apparently somebody had 10 years. So that guy actually ended up winning the pool, but I think he's dead now anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Fuck yeah.
Oh my God, dude.
So that was that.
Hell yeah.
I left that wholesaler. I met my wife there. She works at that wholesaler. My father-in-law is at that wholesaler.
Yo.
Huh.
Yo.
Yeah.
Oh God. I want to say something, but I can't. Go ahead. Whoever wants to talk, go talk.
So I left the wholesaler. I ran like a neighborhood distributor for a couple of years. I left there. I ran a pretty big craft beer bar near me for a couple of years, and then the last 5.5 years I've been with Heavy Seas. So
awesome.
That gets us up to speed. Yeah.
Probably a business at Heavy Seas that's more profits, more less profits over people and more people over profits at Heavy Seas.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. Like the management and ownership and all that at Heavy Seas, I couldn't ask to work for a better brewery. Like not in my wildest dreams that I think I'd be working for, like when I took this job, I thought this was going to be like a stepping stone to like, go work for like a cool kid brewery. And I don't want to. Like this, I work for an amazing brewery. We make fucking phenomenal beer. And the culture there, like, I can call Hugh right now and he'll answer his phone. Like the owner will answer me calling him at any hours. Like it's my boss is based out of Pittsburgh. She'll respond to my texts at any hour. It's like we have just such a great culture. The people are awesome. All the people that work at the brewery are super great. And I am super fortunate that they took a chance on a dude that had no outside sales when they hired me.
That's awesome.
And I'm not, hopefully it's paid off. I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to open another beer. My glass is empty.
Oh, cool.
What are you drinking?
A huge homer and continue drinking my beers. We have a new seasonal. Drink low-cal, it's called, because yeah.
Because that's the trend.
That's the trend. So 95 calories, 4 carbs. My wife is so hyped on this beer because it's really good. I wasn't a huge believer in the low-cal, low-carb beers because they all kind of taste like shit. We add a little key lime to it. So there's actually like a body to it. It's thin, but I mean it's 4 carbs, so it's going to be a little bit lighter body.
Well, you get your expectations have to be thin, right?
It has to be, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the color is nice. It's hazy-ish. Nice head retention.
It is, yeah.
That's a really good pour, Cole. Citra and Simcoe Cryo. So we were actually one of the first production breweries to use those cryo hops that everybody is advertising now in a previous beer that we did. One of the first, bigger breweries that kind of bought into it, and we still use it with this beer.
So for our viewers, what do you think? What does cryo mean?
I think it's like dry frozen, right? I don't brew. I just
yeah.
It's like a dry frozen hop, right?
Right.
I feel like Josh probably knows a little bit more about what.
Yeah, I think it's just like a like condensed version of hops.
They take it and they real tiny and like dry freeze it, and you still get all the hop punch out of it.
Yeah, I think you can keep it fresh a lot longer too. So places that aren't doing like a crazy amount of like hazy IPAs and shit.
I fucking love this beer. Like,
is it pungent?
How big are you guys brewing? Like how big is your brew system? I was at your tap room in Baltimore. I don't fucking know, 5 years ago at this point.
Okay.
It was like a
at the
restaurant.
brewery.
I don't think you guys are brewing there. I think it was like a brew pub.
Okay, so there used to be like a Heavy Seas Ale House in Baltimore, and they were just kind of.
Pretty sure that's where it was. It was a couple blocks from Max's.
Okay, yeah, no, that was not the brewery. The brewery is, just outside.
Is that not there anymore?
Is
that Ale House not there
it's
anymore?
Just out. No, the Ale House. No, no.
No, the Ale House is gone.
Okay, so I can talk shit because it was a fucking awful experience.
Yeah,
Come
dude,
on!
like it.
No, I mean I love Heavy Seas beer. Everything about that place was like a bad experience. It was it felt like it was on the way out.
Service sucked. It wasn't.
That's what
fault.
was bad.
If the beer sucked, then it was our fault. Like
beer was fine. No, the food and service was fucking awful, and I was so hyped to go to Heavy Seas because it was like I was on this like tour of just like hitting OG spots and just like I get to go drink Heavy Seas from the source, and then it was like, no, this isn't the source. This is like some fucking weird franchise situation, is what it felt like.
It kind of was. Like we had I think 2 or 3 of them, and they weren't our business.
Yeah, that was like the route that Dogfish went for a minute there, right?
I don't know. I don't know what what their model was, but that wasn't us. Like the Ale House wasn't us.
But if you go to the brewery now, I mean, it's straight from the brewery.
Yeah. We're I want to. So our brewmaster is from the Philly area, and I think God, I hope Leonard's not watching this. I think we're a 50 barrel batch. Like we do 50 barrel batches. I'm pretty sure we do. Like that's what the system is.
I thought you had some 100s there. I don't know. When
I think we have like tanks that are
yeah
ferment, like 100 barrel tanks back there. We have a shit ton. Like we're
it was amazing how many you had when I was there. It was
mismatched. Like we just kept on buying as we grew. And
well, and guys, or you said, I keep saying guy. You said that you guys are doing a lot of contracting as well.
We were at the beginning.
Right.
We don't now. As a matter of fact, like we're almost like at the point where we might be contracting certain beers out because we just can't keep up with production of certain things, which is kind of weird that, you know, a 25-year-old regional brewery is now hitting that limit instead of like backtracking and trying to find shit to contract.
It's awesome.
It kind of is. It kind of is. I mean, we haven't outgrown the news space. We bought into some warehouse space that was next to us. So we're growing, but we haven't outgrown like our original kind of area yet. Which is
that's how you're around for 25 years. All those places that outgrew that and tried to expand and explode too quickly are no longer around anymore.
Yeah, a lot of those.
They made a lot of shitty deals, and you know we're pumping beer out just to pump beer out and not trying to take a profit and selling at lower cost, and now they don't exist.
Yeah.
So you guys did it right.
We did. You know, we grew with everything. I mean, the last 5 years have been tough. When I started, it was awesome. Like I was doing double-digit growth for like 2.5 years in a row, and then all of a sudden, like this local thing happened, and I kind of hit that plateau in my, my market at least, which is PA and Jersey. So it's not as easy as it was when I started, but it's still, I still really enjoy my job, which I'm glad I got to say that.
That's awesome.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Second largest brewery in Maryland.
Next to Flying Dog, which.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, don't tell Flying Dog I did. Well,
they're
not actually.
Dude, they're watching right now.
Yeah.
All right.
Grocery store.
I'm going to my last beer of the night, which is Deathlock Victim from KCBC. An imperial stout with cocoa nibs, caramel, sea salt, and milk sugar. 11% for those brave enough to walk the dark, narrow path. A bittersweet fate awaits. Pours motor oil thick. No, it doesn't. In a glass with notes of brownie batter, baker's chocolate, creamy caramel, and a touch of savory salt.
What is creamy caramel?
Brewed with a hefty dose of flake
The
dose,
description.
ultra soft mouthfeel. Contains lactose, 0 head.
Dude, that's butter oil.
That description better blow me the fuck away.
Yeah, I have a little bit of a hard on right now, guys. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. That caramel better be fucking creamy, dude.
I better get some oil slick on my lips.
Yeah, it better be like I just rubbed butter all over my fucking mouth, dude.
So it's I don't have oil slick on my lips. No, thank you.
Dude, I have to. Dude,
That's going in my next stout.
I have chapstick. I have chapstick.
That's all I'm gonna put.
I have chapstick on my lips from drinking this beer.
Dude, you're welcome.
Yeah. No, here's the thing. It's a really solid stout. But that's all. I mean, it's like a really nice chocolatey stout. Like 11%. Yeah, I taste it. It's got 500 and.
Bro, there's zero lacing on your glass.
Absolutely
Looks
zero.
thin as hell. Looks thin as hell.
It does.
They didn't boil it for 5 hours, Josh.
Well, that's where they went fucking wrong. That was their first mistake.
It tastes great. It fucking does taste great. It does taste great. There's a lot of buildup. but it really just tastes like an imperial stout with cocoa nibs, and just stop everything after that.
You're the brewer, and the owner comes in and goes, "We can't brew this for 5 hours. We're brewing it for 90 minutes, and it is what it is. We're packaging. Let's go."
Dude, they tried to say that 12%. I'm like, 5 hours. Let's go. And then all the brewers fucking ate. I try and do more. That's where we compromised. I was trying to do like a 9. We got to 5.
That's awesome. So you go big. So you go big, right? And then the compromise is at 5.
Yo, that's everything with 12%. I'm like, I just tried to jack up. We have a new midnight snack that we're working on. I tried to jack it up to like 16, and they were like, "Dude, you're already at the end of it at 14%." Because I think the last one we got to like 14. They were like, "You cannot that's it. It's not going higher than that." And that was already the same thing. Like the last time I was like, all right, let's go 19. Because Nightmare kept fucking just like bumping up wild shit. I was like, oh, you want to do a fucking 19% barley wine? Fuck you. I'll go 24. Let's go. And 12%'s like, no, dude. They're like, no, this beer already is like $26 a 4-pack. Like, stop. So it's usually how it goes, JJ. I just send them wild ass shit. And then, like, for a week, we just go back and forth and then land somewhere in the middle.
It's the negotiation process, right? You go deep and you meet somewhere in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought I was the Middle Eastern guy in this group. No. My friend. You never pay full price. I will have to save the topic I so badly wanted to get to, and I should have led with, which is a New Yorker article in 2012 has made the perception of craft brew drinkers the entire time. So, with that tease, ladies and gentlemen, but now I'm going to wait a minute because the person who turns this thing off has just stepped away for a minute. Oh, there goes Cole. All right. Other than that, let's see what's going on. Why
don't we give these tickets away? What the fuck is
I was just gonna say, next week we're gonna get our tickets, so I know what dates we have to give away, or if we have passes for the whole AC Beer Festival, which if we do, it's gonna be awesome and hilarious.
We'll have passes for your family. Bring your kids.
We're not gonna have that many. Whoa! Don't bring your kids.
I'm gonna be skanking during suicide machines. I'm leaving.
Les and Jake. Yeah. I'm gonna fucking drop kick somebody right now.
Wait, Cole, are you gonna be there?
Awesome.
Fuck yeah.
So
what do you mean? Am I gonna be there?
So guess what? You might have to come on to Arrogance and Ales during AC Beer Festival.
The AC Beer only if you let me like skank the whole time.
Go right ahead. Listen, you can be the dancing guy in Boss Tones. That's perfectly fine. That's absolutely perfectly fine.
I really want to interview just some fucking blacked out drunk people. Like, I don't want to interview breweries. I want people like I just watched a fucking dude throw up on himself. That's who I want to fucking interview.
Yo,
dude.
that would be fun as shit, dude.
What was the best beer that you had today? Dude's fucking gagging. Like, yo. That's what
regrettably, I'm doing it with you two. So I know I'm just going to interview you two blackouts. So on that bombshell, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Faraz.
JJ.
I'm blacked out guy at AC Beer Fest.
I will also be blackout guy at AC Beer Fest. Cole, find me at the Heavy Seas booth in AC.
Butter lips.
Come to Heavy Seas. We'll pour beer directly in your mouth. AC Beer Fest.
Hold on, I gotta end this shit. Hold on.
Come churn your butter at AC Beer Fest.
So what the hell?
Anybody comes up to me and says
Hold on. Time out.